guys, hi YouTube, welcome back to my channel. So there's a video that went viral, I don't know, a couple of days ago, where this woman was proposing to her man at a soccer game. Now, a lot of people are like, what is the big deal? Like, if somebody wants to marry their man, why are people concerned? Why are people worked up about it? And the comments were very interesting, so I'll leave some of them in the screen somewhere, where a lot of women were very like, that is a no. They were like, I don't want that love to find me. And we've seen this before. At the end of the day, people are going to do what they want to do. These are my 2 cents, and that's my my point. Like, I'm not trying to be like my way is the right way. You guys definitely can leave stuff in the comments and share what your thoughts are. But the more people as a society does stuff, the more it becomes normal. So for me, what I've grown up knowing is normal for a man to take leadership in the family. Not that I'm saying that the woman should not be involved. It takes leadership. It brings up ideas and goes, this is what I want. This is how I see our family, where it's heading. And the woman goes, okay, that sounds good. Let's do that. When a woman takes on masculine role, it's been shown that it actually affects their health. The amount of stress that a woman goes through when they take on leadership roles, it's just a lot. And it puts women in a place where they're acting from this flight or flee response, which is the nervous system. And a lot of these women, you guys have seen some on social media that have come on overwhelmed because they're taking care of kids, they're cooking, they're cleaning, and the husband kind of is like, I work, and that's about it. What ends up happening is these women are going, because I saw a doctor on TikTok who said there's a lot of women that are coming to her that are dealing with a lot of stress, and this stress is leading into health issues. So when you see women kind of participating and are behaving in a masculine energy, it's not good. Women were not meant to be put in certain positions where there's certain positions that I feel that are just for men. And I don't think that women should be going into that. What I mean by that is when a woman goes and proposes to a man, you have to ask yourself, what happened? Because for me, like when I met my husband early on, he already told me I was going to be his wife. I was like, are you crazy? Like, when men know early on when they want to marry you or not. You guys know I talked about my story once again. A couple years ago, I was in a relationship for almost 6 years. The person kept bringing up that they were going to marry me at some point, but the time just kept going. And they had conditions for me before they married me. So I would have been probably one of those women that maybe it would have gone and be like, hey, just marry me, rush him and push him to do it. Just because, oh, what is my parents or my family going to think? So when you have a woman proposing, you have to ask yourself questions about what went down. Was a woman waiting so long that she was like, you know what, I'm going to do it myself? Was a woman thinking that, oh, it's just a sweet gesture, let me go do it? But then again, things that sometimes are not what they seem. Somebody can be behaving a certain way and you think they're doing it because of this, but really it's operating from some other thing. So a woman like that, maybe they're used to leading. These are the women that will go up to a guy and be like, oh, let's go on a date. Oh, the first date, they're all happy and cheery, bringing flowers to the guy. You know what I mean? It's almost like they're doing so much and try to show this person that they want him, that some men just pull back. And they're like, okay, I guess I'll just go with the flow. And so it's almost like removing them from naturally what they're supposed to be. Like they say men are hunters, and they go after what they want. It's almost like when a woman comes and does that, they step back and they're like, okay. And sometimes actually later on, they might not even like you for it. Because they're like, well, there's no challenge there. She's done everything. So when a woman proposes, a woman buys the ring, a woman buys the outfits, she plans the whole event, she plans the honeymoon, she's doing that by herself. So that's one of the issues that I have a problem with, is that you're setting the tone for how things are going to be later on. And that's problematic, because this is the complaints that you have some women who are like, I'm doing everything in the relationship. But you literally started it by getting on your knee. Some were like cement, and I'm like, that's painful. You know what I mean? Like, you're getting on a knee that's painful to go propose to a man. It gives, I don't want to say the word desperate, but it gives like, what's going on? Why did this go smoothly in that he did? You know what I mean? So I just get bothered by it. So I feel like when things become so normal, everybody starts doing them, and then it kind of messes up the order a little bit. I'm all for people being themselves and people breaking the norms, but there's some norms that I feel like should kind of be kept in that they kind of keep things going smoothly in a way. Because I just don't see myself where I would go down on one knee and propose to a man. It makes me feel like I'm the one who wants it more. And that's not what I want for my life. Because I literally said to myself, if I didn't meet somebody that I was going to marry, that's okay. I was going to find a way to have my child and move on with life. Because marriage for me was not up here like that at the time. And somebody, it took my husband that I said, showed me that, okay, this is something I could consider. And I was like, okay, thank God I did, because it was great. It's great. So, a man loves to be, there's just men in general that enjoy, bringing, just enjoy making a woman happy. They enjoy, doing the leadership thing. And it makes them feel good to know that, okay, at the end of the day, I got my family and I'm leading them in that way. And, they're supporting their wives and letting them be and have their goals and dreams and all that stuff. So it's like, if you are rushing, like there's a timeline, it usually doesn't end well, because that pressure is really going to make you make a decision where you might even regret it. And also, people were talking about that they do this publicly. And it's just a lot of people like side-eyeing, like, what? Another one? And people were like, get up, girl. Like, get up. What are you doing? And the excitement for her to just be like, oh my gosh. I feel like sometimes that can also be insecurity. You feel like this person hanging on to you might find somebody else. So you kind of are like, let me go do it, So those were some, because I actually looked up the reasons why women propose to men. People said there's pressure, that timeline. There's also this thing where some women, have to get married before they have kids. So they'll rush it just to have somebody to say, I'm married to this person so I can move on to the next step. There's women that are just taking on a lot of masculine energy, and they're leading everything. So, they say, oh, I'm not going to follow the norms. I want to do my own thing. Okay. But your own thing can also set you up to a point where you're going to be the one that's always leading everything. And that can be exhausting in itself. I feel like when men are the ones who propose, it's like they know what they want. They know that what they got, and they're like, oh, I'm not losing that. They operate in that way. But when it's you, it's kind of like, it's dangling, like at any moment they could be like, well, you are the one who proposed to me. I didn't want marriage. I didn't want to be with you like that. And, they say men are very simple, and I agree with that. Like, they usually know, like, this is what they want to invest in. So you kind of doing it yourself it's questionable. And just the whole need thing, I don't know. It just bothers me, guys. Like, what are your thoughts? Because this is becoming more and more normal. Like, people are slowly just trying to do this. Like, so many videos. Like, it's becoming normal, and it shouldn't be. It's just giving, like, it gives desperate. It gives something is going on. Maybe you have to literally meet the person that you're really, really meant to be with. Like, do some internal work and meet the person you're really meant to be with, because they wouldn't have you doing that. They will assure you that they want to be with you, and they will, the chance they get, they're like, oh, I'm putting a ring on that. I feel for women who have to take on so much that they become very masculine in energy, and they're walking around just with that flight or flee response, because some men have made them feel that way. And so it's like, I have to control everything, including proposing to the person I'm with. And so I just don't like it,